Hey, welcome to, I guess, Monday Night Live with Stitch. So we just got back from HangCon 2027. So we saw a lot of y'all that are in the comments already. We saw y'all and y'all had gone out already. And Stitch and I left packed all of our stuff back and came back to the hotel because we knew we were going to do live tonight. And Stitch flies out tomorrow. Can you hear me? Yep. Oh, perfect. All right. So I will not be able to see the comments from all the way over here because if I get my glasses, I'll have to move way up there. So the way I'm going to do it is just kind of talk about the event. If you got questions about the event, put them in the comment section. Stitch has got his laptop right here and he's listening in, and he's going to cut in every once in a while if he notices something or there's some questions. But yeah, or say he's going to say, "Oh, I see Brad here, and I see Mike from HangCon in here," and I'm not going to try to steer.
I see Mike here. Homeless Santa says that he won't be here long. He needs to figure out his meal for tonight. It's great catching up with us. It was.
Oh, awesome.
Not us, but for us, catching up with him.
Yeah, and Homeless Santa camped right next to us. I guess if you haven't watched the video yet, it came out yesterday. We premiered it at 6 o'clock. So we were all down at the pavilion there, and we were cooking sausages and watching the premiere. And we did it all on the Scottle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. And it was a good time, fun time, but it got chilly. It was cold, wasn't it?
It was. The first Thursday was kind of crazy, and Friday morning was cold.
Yeah. So the overnight Thursday into Friday was 27 degrees. Now you say, that's not really cold, but it's the moisture down here. The humidity makes it feel for a reason. So, but we got set up. I got down here and picked up Stitch at the airport. But he shuttled over. We stayed together and then left in the morning and drove up there. And we kind of took our time a little bit getting up there because it was 30-mile-an-hour winds. So we didn't actually totally set up until, like mine, until like 10 o'clock at night as the winds died down. But I didn't film any that day, so decided to start the filming on Friday when most of the people start arriving, and then Saturday is when a lot of people come on Saturday because that's the big raffle day. But we had a great time, really enjoyed it. Yeah, talked to a lot of people, met a lot of people, met new people, saw old friends that we met 2 years ago down here. And a lot of y'all came too. And if you haven't watched the video yet, should I get my squirrel out?
You should, but let's say hi to some folks.
Okay.
Yeah. While we're in here, before I lose track of them, they're public. Woodall Trail says, "What's up?" Jeremy says, "Hey, how are you?" And Jeff Cooper gives us a wave.
All right.
Bill, nice to met both of you at HangCon. So it's good to meet Paul.
Absolutely.
As well. And wow, man, they're really moving. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Loop says, "Howdy, hi."
Hey, Joe.
Chuck Mamerick.
Yes, Chuck.
Okay.
How are you doing, buddy?
Adventures with Sog. I up from the UK.
Oh,
Yep.
All the way over to the UK.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Late for him.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Pond Trails says hello. Blake Crabtree. Where are we at and what are we doing? So you probably have to answer that. Jeff Steer says hey.
Hey, Jeff.
And apparently Sherry's driving, so
Okay. Hi, Sherry.
And then good old friend in Sausage Provocateur, Ed Chaos, is here.
Hey, Ed. Ed made 555 sauce.
4.
Well, it became
55.
Yeah.
Well,
he made
a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. And they were very good. He brought them over to the event, and they cooked them up, him and his wife, and they brought them on down to us. And I think he said he ate 14 of them.
You did mention that. Yeah, that's impressive. Because I had two and I was pretty
Yeah.
well full.
And there were some nice
They were
sausages
great.
too. They were
awesome.
really tasty.
He made them himself. They were
Yeah.
awesome.
Prepped them for HangCon. Yeah. And then, so we're, that first day that we were there before I filmed anything, it was just very relaxing. And, there's a smaller group that comes in and sets up on Thursday. And it worked out a little different this year. I think if you wanted to get in a day early, it costs a little bit more than the regular entry fee. And then if you wanted to just do the regular entry fee, you'd come in on Friday. But I was surprised how many people were actually there on Thursday. We had a good crowd.
Yeah, there was a lot of folks there.
Yeah.
Well, we were all battling the winds. It was a communal battling experience.
Yeah, there was a lot of flags flying, which was tarps. Yeah. Yeah. So that,
Who else is here saying hi? Somebody popped in. Hang on, can't leave him out. Rick Whitson.
hey, Rick.
Rick's here. Sandman is here.
Hey, Sandman.
Joe Loop, I mentioned earlier, maybe. Pinnacle 32 says, hey, Tony and Stitch.
Hey.
Somebody had a question. Joe Loop asked, when are you getting back home, Tony?
Not sure yet because I want to film on
Good
the way
answer.
home as well.
Let's see. What all trail says, I may make the next hang in North Carolina in a month. Ace the Heart is here.
Hey, ASR.
Says, that's no stealth camping.
Right now? No.
No, this is not stealth camping.
Nor was
Kind
HangCon.
of sounds like I don't know what the heck's going on
Oh.
outside.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, not through here. I
Okay.
took everything off. so.
Okay. Yeah, it's the heat thing right here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And
It's
I'll just
the-
shut my pie hole and keep quiet.
No.
Our beautiful Kay Ann is here.
Oh, hey, Ken. Any questions about the event? Just throw the questions up there as well. I'm getting a potential spam call. Hold on. It says potential spam.
Well, while you're spamming,
Get out of there.
Woodall Trails. I love the community we have down there. My wife loved it. Wants a Hellbender and an iDome now. I guess I got to
Oh,
start
wow.
my OnlyFeed account. Don't say it. Think Ahead says, drive safe on the way home, boys.
I'm driving.
Everybody's saying hi to KN, which is good.
I'm
Herbert-
driving. Stitch is flying.
Yeah, I am flying. I'm not an idiot. Herbert T. Outdoor says, hey guys.
Herbert.
Jonathan Murphy, how's it going? When's the next hammock hang?
Mm.
And then it's like our good friend Ed sent a gift membership.
Oh, awesome.
The
Thank you.
guy
Ed.
that least deserves it, Hammock Mountain, Daniel, received a gift membership from Ed.
All right, Dave. Yeah, Daniel had to, he left out because I think he had to work today. But he left out, did he leave out this morning? No, yesterday. Sunday.
He left Sunday morning
early.
after the raffle. He was out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then, he drove, got home safe. He texted us that he made it home safe. So, yeah, I don't know. We haven't had any snow, but it feels like snow down here. It's been chilly, but we did go to Hart's Meat Market. So in the video, you see us cooking ribeye. So if anybody from Hart's Meat Market's watching, hey guys, and really, if you're down in the area, you got to check out Hart's Meat Market. Those were some good ribeyes. I remember them from last year. And
And if I miss you, I call your name. Stuff's going by, and I'm trying to listen to him and do this and type stuff at the same time. And I only have the capacity to do one thing, so I'm a little behind. Sunny Dream says hi, y'all.
hey, Sunny Dream.
Big Earn says hello. You two take care, Tony.
Hey, but
Carl Simpson's in the house. He says
Already,
hello to both of us. Adventures with Sawgas. Any surprises at the show? Which is kind of like leads into the next comment from Think Ahead DC. best part of con. So any surprises at the show? What were your favorite part?
The surprises about gear. I don't. Well, Dutch is coming out with the Dutch Wear Gear is coming out with the netless hammock. He mentioned that down there.
He has a netless hammock.
Well, the netless Hellbender.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think they had the netless is coming out now. That's what I have is the netless Hellbender.
Yeah. So it's a netless but with a sewn in underquilt. That's kind of basically what it is, but probably cut with it as a hellbender without the net. Okay.
Yeah. So
it's a netless hellbender is what it is.
Yeah. And
okay.
Yeah, he was going to come out with the netless. I believe that's what they had said. Because I said to Dutch, I said, well, I got the first one, and because Fee specially made that one because I don't need the net. How did you guys like the video and the ending of the video? It's this character here. I asked them to watch my camera because I hadn't really started filming yet. So I said, hey guys, watch my camera. And I went up to look at the, because they have a yard sale or tables. And there was a lot of stuff on those tables. But people will put it on the table, anything that they want to get rid of. And then they will put their telephone number and then a price. And then if someone sees something they want, they call the number and say, hey, meet you back at the table. And then they get the item from them. But while I was away, they turned on my Osmo Pocket 3, and that's where the ending of that video is, them doing that, saying, we're still watching. Yep, we're watching, and then spinning it around. And so I had not started filming yet, but they asked me, they said, hey, did you see something on your camera? And I was like, I didn't see anything. I haven't even started filming or editing yet. And they were like, okay. And they were little chuckles on the sides and stuff.
Giggling.
Yeah.
Little schoolboys.
Right. So I eventually did see it when I did start editing, and I was like, how can I use that? How can I use that? And they asked me if I saw it, and I thought it was hilarious. And so these guys and everything with Homeless Santa and stuff, we were kind of, are you going to use it? And I said, yeah, you know what? It would be great at the end. And I was just going to put it at the end. And they said, oh, it would be great if you filmed walking back and, saying, are you still here? Kind of like, what was it? Ferris Bueller?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
They all related to it.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that, but they were explaining how that goes. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. As far as, what surprised me the most, probably just every year, it's probably the amount of hammock stands from Yobo Gear. That's probably what surprised me the most, is just the increasing amount of hammock gear stands. How about you?
Yeah, that comes in line. There's a question later on. Jonathan Murphy says he's in his hammock tonight in Minnesota, so props to him.
Yeah, big props.
Woodall Trail says y'all should be stealthing at that hotel, not in a room. Hey, I don't stealth.
No,
he can stealth. He's stealth. No, he's not.
No,
He's just
there.
He needs a good reset.
Yeah, and that's one of the blessings that pick and stitch up and then bringing them back to the airport. The day that I bring them back to the airport, it's kind of almost like our wind down time, and then he leaves for the plane, and I leave to go wherever I'm going, and it's he gets a room for us, so that's really awesome.
Yeah, just give Tony a break, get him cleaned up because he's nasty. So Think Ahead DC said, did you see any gear over and over again in people's setups? So that was what I was getting to, and I think it's the turtle bug hammock stand from Yobo Gear, and it's nice that folks bring them because there's only so many trees. You'd think a big hammock can't have all these trees.
Yeah,
and there's trees, but there's not enough for all the people that show up. So it's great when people bring their own hammocks, so they can hang in their hammocks, but they bring it. And I mean that's what I did. I brought my turtle bug just to free up trees for other people, so to make sure everybody could hang. But there's a bunch of them out there. Think Ahead. Let's see who else.
Yeah, I would say Is it, there's stands that people made themselves, the tripod stands. It's the one family.
Yep.
They came last year. I don't know how their setup was last year. I think they were just,
I don't know if they had a setup,
I don't think they did either.
but he made all those.
He made all
for
those.
his entire family. Yeah. And they were pretty, yeah,
Really nice.
what a sweet family. Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it becomes a blur when you're there because you meet so many people, you talk to so many people, and you just find yourself, walking somewhere and people are saying hi. It's a great community, and just very diverse community, and very relaxing, hanging out with everyone and spending time. And like I said, you meet new people, and if you might have to come more than 2 years in a row for me to remember your name because you meet so many people. Yeah.
Dinah Sarah writes in, hi Tony, hi Stitch. Very nice to meet both of you in person.
Oh, awesome.
Same. Let's see. Mike says, Cal and Kristen from Yoba Gear are amazing. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Ed said last night was cold. Woodall Trails, my car is still full of gear. And also Woodall Trail says he slept until noon today.
Oh, wow.
Mike Connolly says somebody bent a leg on a turtle bug. Cal gave him a replacement leg section, no charge. Yeah. Tony, you and Stitch from Carl. You and Stitch, watch the weather this weekend. It's going to bring snow and ice throughout the southeast. Well, Carl, I fly out of here around noon 30 back to Colorado, where it's actually nice. It's going to be 57 tomorrow when I get in
here.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. It gets cold though. It gets colder than it gets here.
Yeah.
So that's the only downside. Yeah.
Higher elevation.
Ed says it did snow in Florida.
And up in the Panhandle, I know they were calling for it.
Yeah, Asa Hart says it's 37, feels like 34. Snow is expected to hit this weekend. Yeah, Jonathan, you should go to a HangCon.
Yeah, definitely. I encourage people. So, if you want to go to, say, a small hang or something like that, they're all over the eastern side of the United States. You got in South Carolina, the North Carolina hammock hangers. You got Maha, which they're going to be doing one again here. Well, they did one in the spring and the fall. They do two, but there's a lot of them. And I met the lobster and lighthouse guy. So there's one up in Maine. I've seen that one for a couple of years.
Well, I've been wanting to go do that just for the lobster.
Yeah. Well, so I met the organizer of it.
If there's no lobster, I'm not going.
I met the organizer of it, and he was telling me about it. And they do it on. It's on the weekend, whatever weekend it is. I think it's in September, maybe second week in September, and it's they make all the lighthouses free to get in. And I think last year they chartered a boat and they went to 30 of them, and it's free admission. And you go up, but the one that they went to or wanted to all go to is one of the most famous painted lighthouses. So they made it to that one. But the campground, if you want a lobster, there's a live lobster tank on the campground, and you walk up to it and you look at the lobsters and you go, I want that one. And they pull it, and then you tell them what campsite you're out. They cook it and then bring it to you with a big old mallet. And it's a hard shell lobsters. You said
they're Maine lobsters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tasty, I guess.
Yeah, I was born in Maine, so I do know a little bit about this, but I'm not going back there unless there's lobster.
Right.
Let's see. I'm gonna skip some stuff because we can keep in here. Think ahead, DC's. He keeps thinking ahead and asking us really good questions. He goes, if there was one piece of gear that you would have left the con with for free, what would it have been? Like, put it out there on the table for the but just put free on it, maybe, you know? For
Yeah.
you, what gear would you leave for free? Other than Stitch?
Oh, that I would take with me,
No,
that I would
you would leave.
for free.
I think, let me look again, if there was one piece of gear that you could have left the con with for free, what, no, wait, you mean leave with?
Yeah, for free.
Oh, I was leaving behind.
So like, what did I really see there that I
What
would
did you
like?
want? Yeah. If you didn't have to buy it, what would be
Well, right now,
that eye dome was pretty cool.
yeah, the eye dome was cool.
Yeah.
So there was things that I saw that I liked, like the eye dome.
That thing's heavy as hell.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it's the style of, so hammocking is very different for a lot of people, and a lot of people do it differently. So mine is mainly for stealth reasons. So I'm limited in what I can take or what I want to do. So believe it or not, I think I'm dialed in right now as far as everything that I need. And I was really, I can't think of anything that I would have wanted, even if it was free. I can't think of anything.
I'd like that hellbender, like a 20-degree hellbender like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, they were calling numbers. Oh, Maurice, did you guys watch that? So the Danish festival, the guys from over there, Christian, the organizer of the Danish festival, and
Well, the hang.
the hang,
Yeah.
hang. And they donated a free, all expense paid hang in, what is it, HangCon Europe. So that's going to happen in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, so at the end of the video, we talk about it and stuff, but Maurice, who is a subscriber to the channel, and his daughter is the one, so little backstory here.
You're squirreling around, man.
I know. Okay.
Maurice won the trip.
Yes, he won the trip.
Maurice is a subscriber. He's been following us for a while. His little girl always comes out to say hi to us. And this time she did something for Tony because she loves Tony so much. There. I'm trying to keep us on track, folks.
Yes. So squirrel. So she got a 3D printer for Christmas. And she said she made this the night that she knew she was coming the next day. And
it's not chocolate, by the way.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a chocolate squirrel, which would be awesome, but no,
So we got
it's not.
Random Randy along on the trip. So that's going to be going in the car when I travel. I was trying to figure out if I could put it up on the dash or something, but
yeah. Ed mentioned, you all said there was some damage down there last night. What happened? Yeah, the winds came through and kind of trashed several of the tarps, and some of the stands actually got blown over. You do have to, they're not going to stand by themselves, but there was some damage that happened. When we went out and we went to get coffee, that's when all that happened. So it had picked up during that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in the morning, it was nice. And the one morning, it was nice, but we knew we had a storm coming in, and it got really windy at that point. It rained for a little while. But yeah, I don't think the two other times that I've been down here, I don't believe I experienced the wind like that. Yeah, that was the first time I remember it being that windy. However, the reason there is less trees down there, because the first year we came down, we were in like a diamond pattern on a couple trees. And when we came down last year, one of our main trees that we needed was gone. And so Stitch was like, oh, I'm so glad I got my turtle bug. And so we found a different spot.
Okay. Joe Luke mentioned Maha Spring hangs up April 17th through the 19th. Our good friend Chris Schultz.
Yes, hey, Chris Schultz
is there. She's here in the house. I gotta type her something. I always do. I'm behind, so I'm like Tony. I'm behind.
Subaru is running good. So I left with the new Subaru January 3rd, and to head down here, but I knew I wanted to go to Buc-ee's and do a video there. So I did a Buc-ee's in Kentucky. Buc-ee's in Kentucky. So I did that one. And then I went down and did the Camping with Champion. Went over and saw Gene Dutton. I don't know if he's in here or not, but I went over and saw him. He actually bought me a steak dinner at Ted's, great restaurant. And then I continued on, ended up down in Brooksville. And then I was able to film 2 more videos. That one's coming out Thursday night. That one I was scared to do last year when I looked at it. I looked at it probably over a 3-week period. The week before HangCon, the week after HangCon, and then even the following week. So I was in that area going to do with Rewild, do a camp with him, and then also with Paul. So this year I said, you know what, I'm going to look at it again. I think I'm going to do it, and I did it, and that was going to be good. So that's a good video. And then I did a Outback Steakhouse. So those are all scheduled. So we've got 2 more videos Thursday and this coming Thursday, and then next Thursday as well, the 29th. So my plan is to film more videos on my way home so that if it is too cold to get out and I don't want to miss it Thursday, I'll have a video. It'll just keep pushing me out. But I wanted to get the HangCon video out as soon as I could. I didn't want to save that for a Thursday. So that's why it went out last night. I think that was a good idea.
Diesel Outdoor Excursion says, good afternoon, folks.
Good afternoon.
Bleep, blup,
Oh.
bloop, blup, bleep, blup, bloop.
If y'all remember,
And Rewild, Sean saying hey to both of us.
hey, Rewild.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So real quick, Gunner 606, you guys remember him being in the chat and stuff. He had passed away. Just our thoughts and prayers for his family and stuff, but just thought came to me.
Okay, Chris Schultz gifted a Random Adventure gift membership.
Awesome.
And
Chris,
I don't
thank
know
you.
who, Kenneth Wallen received it. That's who get it.
All right, Kenneth.
Thanks, Chris. Rewild's in the house. Oh no, I lost it. I lost it again. There we go. Okay, hang on.
So right behind us is the airport, and we're getting reflections off the window, but if you can see it, we see a plane take off.
Yeah, you should be able to
Yeah.
actually, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, last year we were facing that way and the sun was setting and it was coming in the window. We had to close everything. It looked like we were sitting in a hotel room.
Everybody got bored with it and they're just chatting with each other right now. So,
yeah.
all right, here comes Think Ahead. Thinking ahead again. If you were starting over with a hammock camping, had no gear, had $100 to spend total, what would get you started again?
Zero gear
Yep, 0 gear.
to get a hammock.
No, just to get yourself going.
Just to
Had no gear and $100 total.
to go.
Or asking Tony these difficult questions. This is not. So, what could you get?
What could I get? Well, I would go hammock versus tent. So and it depends on the weather. I would try to get.
Well, he did go starting over with hammock camping.
Okay, so I would get a hammock, and I wouldn't be able to get the underquilt or top quilt. I would just be the hammock. So I'd have to go camping during the good weather. And maybe if it was good enough, I would just get I would just use a book bag. What would I need? I need a little stove. So I'd probably get a titanium cup and the little Desert Fox or MSR, I think it is.
MSR, yeah.
Yeah, the little burner that fits in the cup. So yeah, and probably a titanium spoon. I think that's what I do. And I think I'm over budget at that point.
Titanium spoon.
Well, Just to
I
eat.
mean, you're starting over. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I need to give gas canister for the little burn.
you do.
I
You
do.
do. Are you up to 100?
Yeah. That's the little gas bottle that fits in the cup.
Leonard's asking how the weather is in Florida. Would you show it, please?
What's
It was super windy and very cold Thursday and very cold Friday morning. So like 27 or 28 degrees, which with given the humidity was very cold. And then it was okay later.
so Saturday though was
Saturday was like that's what the day we needed every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even today was nice once it climbed back out from below freezing. So
Yeah, I thought it was a little colder at night last night than when it was 27. There must have been probably moisture from the rain
yeah,
that we had that day.
yeah.
Because even when I pulled my tarp stakes out, there was a lot of down here. It's not mud; it's just like wet sand.
Yeah.
Some wet sugar sand. I don't know if this is sugar sand or not. I think
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah,
Call it whatever you want.
sugar sand.
Sugar sand.
Squirrel?
No, I think we kind of, people are jibber jabber trying to kibitz on what you do with $100 to get hammock camping. I think that I would buy some fabric from Walmart. Like you can get the fabric and kind of make a gathered end, sew it all around, and sew up little pockets you can run your continuous loop through. You can even tie that continuous loop off. You can make your hammock, and that wouldn't be super pricey. You're going to need a tarp, and you could probably get one of those cheaper blue tarps temporarily to make that happen. As far as eating stuff, you could probably take stuff that you didn't actually have to heat up to eat. But you need some sort of insulation on the bottom. That can be an inflatable mattress that you can put in that hammock that you made from material that you purchased from Walmart. You need a sewing machine to make this happen, but you don't have to. You can't just tie a big knot in the end of it and then hang a loop around that, hang from that. You're going to need some kind of straps that as long as they're weight loaded correctly, you could probably just use like straps you would use for roof things, but it's got to be the white, like 300 pounds. Although, the tighter, 30 degrees is normally what you want, and that's like twice as whatever. So if you're 300 pounds, those guys, it needs to be 600 pounds for the straps, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Tarp, and then.
So you're up to $9.
Maybe, probably more. I don't know. And then you're going to need something to carry it in. And Mike mentioned get an ice cream spoon from Dairy Queen. So,
Well, the little wooden spoons, that's what you get.
It's kind of highfalutin. I need my titanium spoon.
No, I haven't used my titanium spoon except for to stir my coffee. Earlier today, I stirred my coffee with the titanium spoon. Yeah, I was just thinking of light, but at that point, you don't care about light. I never really thought about it. But Stitch comes from the time where they made their own hammocks, with the hammock forms and stuff like that. And I'm like, weren't they always like this?
Yeah.
So that's the difference between.
Yeah, somebody had asked earlier, and I didn't get to it, but the question was, how do you find out of these hammock hangs? But probably the best place is to go to hammock forums and look, and they'll basically regional. They'll list who's got hammock hangs coming up. Sometimes they're populated well. I don't know about a Facebook site for it. Dutch kind of has a calendar on the Dutch Wear site, but that's not always up to date either. So, the people that are kind of promoting them, a lot of times you'll see them show up on the hammock forums, but even then, that's Maha, the fall Maha didn't even show up on hammock forums. So But so you have to ask around, I guess.
Yeah, I know, Homeless Santa, I asked him what one he's going to next year. He said he thought he would be going down to it's the chili butt hang. He said it's in Maryland. It's where they make chili, for that hang. And I think that's coming up fairly soon.
Sarah's my bacon bestie.
Yeah. Yeah, so for the first time, I got to experience the hiker midnight bacon, which is at 9:30. And so the hikers, because they go to bed early, if they're hiking through trail or any kind of trail, long trail, their midnight is like 9:30 or earlier. Well, 9:30 probably when it's not daylight saves time, summer. But so they were cooking bacon. They did bacon, sausage, scrapple. I know a lot of people down south here, what's scrapple?
Pork roll.
But they had pork roll, and that's not well known either. That's the Jersey area stuff, Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, Sean says with $100 to start, it's hard to beat the REM hammock from Hang High Hammocks.
Mm.
Something there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Becca says, hey to both of us. Hope we had a good hang. Yep.
Yes.
Good time.
Thank you, Becca. Yeah, in that video, so
Midnight meats.
right. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Someone was mentioning. Hey, we don't just have bacon, but last year. So I met Trevor from Hanging High Hammocks at the Woolly Swamp Hang, my first one there in North Carolina. And last year, I wanted to talk to him at the event. Squirrel. I wanted to talk to him at the event, and he was just nonstop talking to people. So I never really got a chance to get to him. But I met Mac this year. Mac was a helper for Trevor.
Yep.
And then he had another guy with him, Courtney I don't remember the exact his name. I forget because that's so many people. But he had people helping him this year, so he was able to really interact and also be open to when I got a beeline to talk to him. So finally got a chance to interview or take a look at stuff. But Hanging High Hammocks got some great stuff. Yeah.
Big Carl's in the house.
Hey, Big Carl.
Joe Luke says April 17th to 19th at Fort Loyden, Pennsylvania, Men of the Mountain Club, Baja Spring Hang. There he goes. Yeah,
That's one. Yeah, that's one we had gone to in the fall last year. That's the one that Stitch and Alpine Warrior came down, and we did the fall one at Men of the Mountain. I believe they're going to have it there. I think all the time now because they used to have it at State Park. Yeah. The guys that owned that thing, they really liked it, and they're going to clear it out more. They said from all the briars.
I hope so. Yeah, the briars were a little bit of a pain.
Yeah.
And the other thing was the 5 o'clock wake up call when the logging trucks drove across the bridge.
Right. Yeah, they have a bridge that goes across the creek, and it's loud. And the walnuts falling off trees.
Hickory nuts.
Hickory nuts.
Yeah, those things. Yeah, they're about this big, and they're. We were camped close to the creek, and you can hear them splashing in the creek, and I kept wondering if I was going to
cannonball
blow through my tarp.
Yeah.
Clay Walker asks how was HangCon 26 weather? Were you prepared? We were prepared.
Yeah, we were prepared.
I had to bring an extra underquilt to supplement my 40-degree quilted chameleon. So I knew it was going to be cold. And then I grabbed a 20-degree top quilt and brought that instead of my normal 40 degrees. So at least for sleeping, I was good, but I was kind of cold.
That's what I was going to say. So I was prepared sleep-wise. But on the way down here, I'm thinking, I packed my bags and stuff. And I was like, yeah, and put all these t-shirts in, stuff like that, and say, "Hey, we're going to Florida." And even though I know it gets cold, I just wasn't expecting it to get that cold. And I went to look for my thermal, and I didn't have it. So I was down in the area and needed to wait a couple of days. So I ran to Bass Pro Shop because I wanted to check it out and see if there was an opportunity to camp at Bass Pro Shop down here, maybe once Stitch leaves. It's nothing around it. It's not like that one that I did in Harrisburg, but so I did pick up a thermal undershirt, but it was air still goes through it pretty good. But yeah, I wasn't prepared clothes wise, but Corey had given me some wristies gloves that he had gotten over in Denmark the first night, and I went to give them back to him the second night. Corey from Majestic Hammocks, he said, "No, keep them. And I kept trying to give back to him, and he said, "No, keep them."
Yeah, that's because you got Tony Skank all over. Jesus, I mean, he
looks at the back of those gloves and
he goes, "That guy's like sleeps in his car." Yeah.
Yeah. So I had those, and people were very generous. I was going to buy some. Remember before we went, I was going to buy some hand warmers, the little powder.
Yeah.
And then, but we didn't go over there. It just went. I said, "I'll be fine." Yeah, a couple of people are like, "Hey, you need some hand warmers." They gave me packs of the hand warmers. And
Yeah, I think Jason was selling them over it.
Oh,
there was a couple places that were selling hand warmers there at HangCon.
Okay.
You just weren't looking. You're too busy jibber jabbering.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So Yobo Gear, they've been there every year that I've been there, and I've talked about them, but I've never talked to them and looked at their stuff. That's like, yeah, there's so many vendors to try to get to, and there's even smaller vendors and like accessories for hammocks and things like that. And I still haven't gotten to them. Some of those.
Yeah.
Well, with the exception of Dave at Adventure Source, because when I got flown home after that first event, that's where Stitch had sent me that gift of the Scodel. Scodel. They pronounce it differently. I've always pronounced it Scodel.
Yeah, because I trained him that way. Apparently, I've been mispronouncing it since I was one of the original owners.
So when Dave said, "You mean Scottle." So they call them Scottles. And I looked at him and said, I was going to tell him, "No, it's Scodel."
The guy's selling it.
Yeah. So that was the first time that really the broken down stuff. But there was people there with knives and stuff. Dave Canterbury was there again. So yeah, there's Haven Hammocks. They do a lot of advertising. So I didn't really, because I laid in that the first time. The first year I went down there. So I didn't get a chance to talk to them. I did get a t-shirt. So this is the HangCon t-shirt. Let me know if you can see the back of it. Like that.
Yes, I can see the back of it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
They had the American flag design. Then they had a baby gator design. It says HangCon. There's two little baby gators.
Who would imagine the live stream would have an acrobatics show?
That's just glad I was able to get up off the phone.
Diesel Outdoor. He asked about, like, we had the fire truck and the ambulance showed up.
Oh yeah.
And actually, I think Woodall Trails kind of answered part of it. His son had passed out, hit the concrete, kind of cracked open his chin, but nobody really knows. The second actually was the second call out. There was an older gentleman, and I thought for sure it was Tony, but apparently it wasn't, that had kind of stumbled and fallen out in the vendor area, and that's why the second ambulance. And I don't know what happened. Yeah, Woodall says he's okay and home now, doing some tests this next week to see what caused it.
It caused the fall.
Yeah, it's just a young man that just kind of collapsed. So
that was in the dinner line.
Yeah, it was in the. Yeah, just didn't get spaghetti in time. maybe. I don't know. I don't want to make light of that.
No,
It's not a good thing.
No, and I did hear that they may not be doing spaghetti again.
Well, no, they're not doing spaghetti.
Right.
They told me they're not doing it.
Yeah, because it's too, the noodles, getting it all.
No, making the pasta, yeah, it takes a little while.
Yeah.
And if you're making a lot of pasta, you gotta get that water boiling. You throw a bunch of pasta in there. It's gonna take a while to get the water boiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, great group. They, all the crew that's there and they do so much, they plan for this for 5 days a year. HangCon happens, and like I said, it's over Martin Luther King weekend. So I know there was someone that had commented, oh, it was here again. I missed it again. So it's every year at HangCon, and probably within the next couple of months, you'll be able to go on and register for it for next year. But right around September, October, they have a pre-announcement that it's coming, and you can actually get a ticket then. And with your ticket, you get 5 raffle tickets. With your purchase of your ticket, they give you 5 raffle tickets. And generally there's maybe $10,000 to $15,000 worth of gear that they raffle off. I kept saying auction. Hey,
Here, Lisa's here.
Hey, honey.
There you go.
Alrighty. I went a little earlier, honey. I did tell her 7.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, it's getting late. I'm tired. And but we'd bring y'all on a little earlier. But her and I were talking on the phone before we come up.
Think ahead, AC asked Tony, what do you enjoy more, stealth camping or regular camping without being caught risks? Does the rush make stealth camping more fun for you?
I like stealth camping, the planning, but I like it because I like it more for everyone to watch. I enjoy stealth camping. I don't do much just regular camping. I was standing there talking to Shug the other day because I went up there on Wednesday and Shug was there. Shug Emery, he was there, and Adam from Hammock Gear, and the 3 of us were just standing there. And Shug said, because he's been doing it for a long time, filming this stuff. I'm not talking about stealth cam. This is a whole different philosophy here or genre. But someone had asked him, if you went camping, just camping, would you be able to not turn your camera on? And he said he really had to think about it. And, I was thinking the same thing. I don't know if I was out there camping, I would not want to share it with somebody, especially if I was alone. I enjoy it, but I do like, okay, so that's what's so good about HangCon. It's multiple days. So I ended my videoing Saturday night and I camped, right? I camped all day Sunday, went to sleep last night, and then, we packed up this morning, but we didn't pack up and run out of there or anything. So, we hung around for a while. Yeah, I can't run it. But an event like that gave me an opportunity to not only film it, but also to camp. In the first year we came down, I did 3 videos, and I really didn't get a chance to really relax at all.
You did 4.
No, it was 1, 2.
No, there was 4.
Was there?
Yeah, there was 4 videos. But it wasn't spread. Yeah, I think you combined the last 2 days.
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
It made it 3 and 4. Yeah. So that one, and then the next year that I went, which was last year, I actually was more relaxed. And I think it was even more relaxed this year once I hit record, because it took me a whole day to figure out if I was going to hit record or not, or how I was going to start the thing.
I don't know. You probably could have recorded all these parts flying in the wind and started off.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We're holding on for dear life.
Right?
Oh, my Lord.
And if somebody could have stood over and hang onto a tree and someone had.
I would have thrown a squirrel past the camera.
Oh,
Speaking of squirrels.
Rewild, yeah, Rewild Outdoors got a picture of a squirrel on the tree next to my tarp. Right next to my tarp.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Your tarp look good.
Lou Silverbeard's on.
Hey, Lou.
Here. Asa Hart says, hey, Tony with AB Camping is in Alaska. He saw his first moose.
Oh, awesome. So that's Tony with AD Camping. So I forget what country he's from. But he's in Alaska. That is awesome.
Sean says, I'm eating beef jerky, laughing out loud.
I wish I had me some beef jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, and so I'm not sure when Rewild's putting his video out, but he was filming as well. He's got a video coming out of HangCon. I don't know who else is putting out videos, but I know like Woodall. I'm not sure if he's.
Daniel's got one. He was
that's
filming. Yeah.
Daniel hadn't filmed anything either when we first got there for like a whole day.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I got to start filming because it's really fun to be there, but you also want to share the experience with those that can't be there. So it's I'm able to do a nice little balance. Once I know I got one day in filming, then it's
Diesel says his video's out.
oh good. If you do your video, make sure to put it on our family Facebook page for Random Adventures 2.0 family.
Sean comes out on Thursday at 8.
Okay, awesome. Good deal.
Anybody else? Any of you content creators?
Yeah, it was good seeing Rewild and his father-in-law.
Yeah.
And then Sarah.
Well, Sarah's.
Yeah.
She's my best bacon buddy.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it was great. Meeting her in person.
Yeah, no, that was great. I'm glad she came down. She did pick the cold one to come down to.
Right.
She did pick the day after it was really cold. So
Right.
that was good. And then I think they left before it got cold again. So Sarah's the bright one in that that organization, I think.
Yeah, Randall got to see him. Got to see so many people. My goodness. Yeah.
We're looking for more questions.
Yeah, really.
Think Ahead says I just started a channel. So
Awesome.
we're going to ask you the hard questions then, just in
Right.
return, fair play.
All right.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
You're caught up. We can go home now.
All right.
No.
See you. Are you still
Oh,
over?
yeah. Coach Rob Willie. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. He's here. He says, I have a channel of random stuff that I do. So.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
And Ed saw Diesel's video. So, and Sarah says, my dad and I made it into the video. So that's apparently for Sean's video. We'll see that.
Awesome.
I see her on the lives though.
Well, you know what, Sarah, when I was showing did Tony win anything? Yes, I did. I won a dry bag from Hilltop Packs. So in the video, I show it, and I'm sitting with Sarah and Sean there at the table. Yeah. And I think Sean, your dad, Sarah, is sitting. He was sitting on the.
He was there. I saw him on the.
Oh no! Did you see him on the video?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
I was watching the premiere last night, and I
Tony's video.
comment.
Yeah. All right. Yep. You guys did. You guys were in Tony's video. Yes. I agree. Joe Loop says Daniel's tarp looked great. What about Tony's? Huh?
No, Daniel's tarp was really nice with the woods. He showed me that picture when we were down at North Carolina Hammock Hangers when we camped down there together. He was showing. He says, "I think I'm going to get this one." And
all right, Black Phoenix. You know who he is? formerly known as somebody
Oh,
else.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
says,
yeah.
Fitz the Elder, live in peace and prosper. Tony, congrats again on the new car. Good luck on the future adventures. Safe travels.
Thank you, Black
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Glad you're here.
Yes,
Glad you're here.
absolutely.
What else? Okay, yeah. Mike says both tarts. I'm just kidding, Joe. I mean,
Right.
they both look really good.
They did. And they looked good the way they were set up there in that little V. I'll have to get stitch one of those tarps.
Okay, Sean asks, is there any location that you passed up stealthing at that you regret not filming? Okay.
Well, I came back to that.
It was Hammy the Clown. I think he had a name tag.
Yes,
That
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Hammy the Clown.
He's been doing that. He does that. He's a shrine clown. He's been
Oh,
doing
okay.
it for 25 years or something like that.
Oh, well, good. That was
Yeah,
good.
he's been doing it for a long time.
They scare me, clowns.
Right.
I had to work with some clowns, so any clowns scare me. So answering John's
Yes.
question, nothing?
Nothing's coming to mind.
Okay.
I mean, there's places that I've looked at. It wasn't like, oh man, I got to camp there, but I've looked at them and it disappeared. Like the building got tore down or anything. So yeah, just about everyone I've wanted to do, I've been able to get to. If not that year, the next year. So like the Wendy's McDonald's drive-throughs, the double drive-through, I looked at them woods, but there's so much homeless right off of that exit that and they have backpacks and they walk around. So and that's why I was scared to do it last year. And I looked at it 3 different times, but down there this year, I'm like, oh, yep, I'm doing it. So that was one that I did do.
Diesel asks, is your car brand new or used? It looks sharp.
Thank you. 7 miles on the odometer.
So apparently it was used.
Yeah, true.
7 miles.
Hey, I should have got used this.
No.
So yes, it was new. I took it in for an oil change and then I was going to need an inspection as well. So I had them do a pre-inspection because they can inspect it 2 months early because so it would need by the end of February. But I had some things that I would have had to take care of and also tires too. But they had deals going on the 2025s until the end of the month. And I think it was the 30th or 28th that I bought it. But they had really good financing, under 1% financing for the car and like 10% off sticker. So I was going to have a pretty big, just to get it. It's not pretty big, but the catalytic it added up. So I walked around going out and looking at it because I didn't want white. I wanted green because I like green. But all they had was the white. And I went out and I'm talking to Alex. Alex is my sales guy there. That's right. He sold me my first, it was a used Subaru in 2017. And a month after I bought it, didn't make one payment on it and I had the stroke. And so, so far so good with this car. It's almost a month buying it from Alex again. But, he's a great guy, but it took me several hours to make the decision and finally I did, but it took me roughly I was there from 8:30 in the morning till 5 o'clock at night, just doing all that. And I switched. The old Subaru does have an oil change and air filter and everything because I told him to get all that stuff done while I was talking to Alex and I was going, oh, and then he says, so can you put any more money down? And I'm like, no, it's out there. I got to pay my service bill. And he's like, oh, we'll take care of that. And I was like, all right, roll that in. So yes, loving the car. 2,900 miles on it now. So just since the 29th. December.
Okay. Yeah, that's all good. Just squirreling away on cars. Think Ahead asked, was there anywhere that I think it's stealth camped, where you truly didn't feel safe? I know, I can think of one.
Yeah, which one needs to?
Yeah, the one with the weird emblems and
Yeah, that's the exact same one that I was thinking. of. Yeah. There's a building. It's an abandoned building. It's been abandoned for like 60 years or something like that. It's been abandoned for a long time. Yeah, I think they used to melt down like remote controls and stuff like that and try to get the metals out of them back there. So it's like a kiln on the side of the building. But it's got a ton of symbols in it and stuff like that. And I slept there. And I think that was right after I came down here for the first year. And then went back and I ended up filming that. It's 2 miles either direction on a single road. So if you went right 2 miles, went left 2 miles, it's right in the middle, nothing around until you see a house. And that one, it was a cold, windy night, but I didn't feel comfortable with that. That's where the mice kept coming out of the wall. And yeah, it was rough. That's the only one I picked up.
there you go. Answered your question.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sarah has got a video idea for you. You want to hear it?
Yes, I do.
Like a perio video, Obvious Camping by Tony 3.0. And just camp out in the open in the meat department of groceries.
That would be cool. Can I cook the meat?
It's up to you,
You know
man.
what I would
It's
do?
your video.
I would eat it raw. I would.
Yeah.
The steak, I didn't bite it.
Yeah. Ace of Hearts said, when y'all were talking about the end of Tony's video, I didn't see it. Went back and saw it. Tony, someone stole your phone a minute and video bombed it. I don't know who that was.
Yeah. They did a good job. That was
Ed broke all of his shock cords setting up in the wind.
really.
He's right. Because, so Alpine Warrior's here, and he said, Tony, would you recommend tying down your hammock in strong winds? Ed, I think, said it broke all the shock cords setting up in the wind.
So during that 30-mile-an-hour wind, mine, because it wasn't quite 30 miles an hour. I ended up putting it back in a snakeskin, but it lasted through 20 mile an hours and rain. It was my Dutchware tarp, the printer fabric tarp, the show tarp. And so that one lasted because I set that up and then I went and came down here to meet Stitch. We stayed overnight and then drove up the next day, and my tarp, we were all staked down, everything. I used continuous ridge line. Oh, no.
Well, but it was getting stressed for no reason.
So
he basically
yanked it.
put it into sleeves, so it wasn't just getting beat up by the wind. There was no reason for it.
Yeah, because it was getting stronger and stronger, but it did hold up good.
Yeah. Diesel says hide out in the bathroom of a Bass Pro, wait for them to close, camp and fish at the aquarium.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, pretty sure they have cameras in there.
They do. Yeah. So when you're stealth camping, try not to do anything like that. There was a couple, a guy and a girl that did that at a department store. They ended up getting arrested. Yeah, because they ended up walking out the back door, and they came back the next morning to, finish like when the store was open. They were going to refilm, and they got arrested. Yeah.
Yeah. Timothy Ryan writes, hello, Tony. Enjoy your videos. Thank you for sharing. Take care.
Oh, thank you.
Leonard says, you make me hungry for a T-bone steak. I don't have any money for no T-bone steak. Well, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Alpine says, Tony's going to need a new air mattress, everyone.
Yeah.
What air mattress do you need?
Well, the one that I had lost air when I did the stealth camp and
yeah. That's one good thing about the foldable foam mattresses. They're not super comfortable, but they don't lose air.
Yeah. I don't camp on the ground very often like that.
I'm watching myself doing this thing here. You look like a weirdo.
It's delayed.
Yeah, it's delayed. Sorry, folks.
And they're like, yeah, there you go again. Because you did it again to explain it.
Yeah. Well, this time I meant it.
True. Yeah, and I don't plan on sleeping on concrete like that very often. But that was a cool video because I had to figure out where I was going to go and then how I was going to set up and do that. So, yeah, that was neat.
Yeah, Kenya says, can't believe you slept on that porch. I mean, my back hurt just watching.
Believe it or not, I was comfortable even with when the air went out. I don't know. So if I had a choice to sleep on a bed or the floor, sometimes I'll just sleep on the floor. No, if let's say we're over visiting someone and
Yeah, I'm gonna make him sleep on the floor in his hotel room.
right, that's what I want to say. If I'm visiting someone and they say, we only have one bed, and we got two guests. I'll sleep on the floor. Well, you could take the couch. No, I'd much rather sleep on the floor.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't sleep on the couch.
I'm more comfortable.
Yeah, that's true. No, I'm with you.
But I'm more comfortable on the floor than I am on and I did sleep on my side for a little while. It worked out good. It was a little chilly.
Yeah. Joe Luke wants to know if you're gonna do a couple of stealths on the way home.
Yes.
There you go.
Lord willing, if I can find something.
Ace of Hearts says, Harps here in Mina had a meat sale. The T-bone steak was $6.49 a pound. It's usually
Wow.
$10.99. Hopefully you stocked up.
Yeah.
What's that thing going?
Yeah.
All right. It's fine. Works out. All right. It's all good.
What time we get to?
I have no idea. Well, it's 7. Well, we started it. We've been going for a little bit over an hour.
Okay.
People have just gotten tired of it, so they've stopped asking questions. I don't know. So,
Anybody planning on that hasn't ever gone to a hang? Planning on going to a hang?
after watching Tony's, most of the other two ones, the weather was a lot nicer. Even if it rains for a little bit, I can deal with that. The cold's kind of a bit much. The cold compounded with the fact that they had a burn ban, so we couldn't have these nice campfires. So if it's cold, get them campfires going, and you're pretty good. Fortunately, we were with Homeless Santa. He had a burn buddy. What are those things called? Mr. Buddy?
Yeah, Mr. Buddy.
Whatever they are.
Yeah.
Had that set up, and then we were allowed to cook with charcoal. So Tony brought out his grill, and we were able to use wood charcoal, and we cooked steaks on it, and then we used that as actually a campfire.
Mm-hmm.
And that was nice. That kind of kept us warm. But yeah, I think the burn ban coupled with the cold weather.
Yeah.
And boy, AJ and Paul and the staff did their best. They got these propane heaters set up. They did. I mean, they kind of had to pull out stops on that one to try to keep people warm, and it was made for a quasi campfire, but it was an area of congregation, so it was still pretty fun. But even then, you're standing there trying to stay warm, where you can be sitting in a chair around a campfire. So I much prefer the campfire thing. So hopefully, but it's a worthwhile hang to go to. Everybody's very nice out there and hopeful. So
yeah, my first ever hang was HangCon.
Yeah,
but the smaller venues are really nice too. Like if you just want to get your feet wet. But even though HangCon now, so let's say 400 people, 500 people, and then plus all the vendors and stuff. I don't know about y'all, but for me, it feels small. And what I mean by that is even though let's say there's 500 people, you don't know there's 500 people because there's the primitive area. There's, you're spread out. You're not right on top of each other. But when you all come together, even when you come together for dinner, then you realize how many people are there, especially if they're all lined up to have dinner. But you're like, where are they all at during the day? So that you can kind of camp jump. So as you're walking around, there's a group, they're all sitting together. They came from South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia, all over. But you get to meet so many neat people that you also meet at smaller hangs. You know, usually if there's 30 or 40 people out of a smaller hang, say, let's say, Woolly Swamp in North Carolina. There might be 30 people there at that hang, and maybe 3 or 4 of them come down to the big hang. So yeah, it's neat, but it's an experience. It's definitely an experience. You don't have to have a hammock to go.
No, you can camp in a
You can
tent.
camp in a
You
tent.
can even rent an RV site, although that's a little bit more pricey, but
Yeah.
you know, if you want to see what it's all about, you can even just come for the day.
Yeah,
There's some folks that stay in hotels or, you know, and then come each day for the
Yeah,
thing,
drive
and then they
over,
go back
yeah.
to the hotel. So, you know, the world's your oyster as far as that's concerned. And, you know, they'd like everybody to hang, but, you know, they don't, if you're in a tent, that's fine.
Mhm.
You know, it's cool. Everybody's cool out there. Everybody's chill. Yeah. And, Homeless Santa came back. So, let me catch up. Mike says hotels need hammock hooks in their rooms. Yeah.
Right.
Think ahead again with another question. Worst and best night's sleep while stealth camping. He's big on this stealth camping stuff. I don't care. But worst and best night's sleep stealth camping for you.
Yeah, so the worst night's sleep was inside of the Bass Pro Shop, where the guy was riding by with the bicycle a couple times at night, but I didn't get much sleep that night. I don't always get much sleep when I'm stealth camping because I a lot of times edit so that I'm ready to go in the morning. And that's what I did here too. I think it was my first night I filmed, I went to bed at 4:15 in the morning.
Well, if to be fair, you were able to get in your car, turn your car on, turn the
Yeah.
heat on, and stay in a warm
To
car.
charge my battery bank.
Yeah, I think you're just making an excuse to be in the car.
No, I was editing and then I got out the process and that was 4:15.
Best night's sleep stealth camping.
Yeah, best night's sleep, stealth camping. No, there's so many, on, next to the highway.
Oh, the roundabout one, or kind of where the interchange of the highways
Yeah,
do that. Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
pretty chill.
Yeah.
That looks pretty chill.
yeah, the 80-81 interstate interchange. That was probably.
Yeah. Little brother asked me if I got to use my new hammock. I didn't. I just didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to get set up. I got the stand set up. I started working on that, and then the winds picked up at home, and I couldn't. You know, you got to kind of futz with it before you take it out there. And finally, I just said, yeah, I can't. I don't have enough time to get that knocked out. So, because the hammock showed up right after I returned to the United States, and then I was gone again for another week, and then I was sick, and so by the time I had a chance to open the box and actually see my new hammock from Majestic Hammocks, handcrafted by Corey, the hammock wizard.
He said it's a year out.
It is a piece of year out, but I just didn't have enough time to tweak it all out and make sure everything was good and set. So I just went with my quilted chameleon because I knew what that was. I knew it was going to be cold, so I knew I had to get slap an additional underquilt on it. And I just said, yeah, screw it. Let me go with what I know because I'm running out of time and I got lots to do. So
Is Aaron Mountain in the comments though? Because
Mountain Man, I haven't seen Mountain Man yet. No,
because he set up his Majestic the night before he left.
yeah, he did. Yeah,
He slept in it
yeah.
for the first time. I was going to ask him how it was.
Rugged Root writes, hey, Tony, Brian from Florida here. It was great to meet and talk with you at HangCon. I hope to cross paths again in the near
Absolutely.
future. Oh, gosh darn it. It blooped on me. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Matt just finished dinner with his parents.
Nice.
Diesel's asking, I think really chat if anyone else got on the list, Corey's list for the Majestic hammock. I think it was yeah. Oh, yeah, he's here. He just showed up. Hello, Tony and Stitch. So Mountain Man's here.
Good deal.
Yeah.
How was your Majestic Hammock the last night. I didn't even hear you leave. I
I was asleep when he left.
was too. We said our goodbyes the night before. He said he had to slip out.
Yeah,
It's drive home, but he's not home, so.
yeah. Mike said they got on the Majestic list last year, and so he says they're well worth the wait. Diesel says I made the mistake of laying in one. Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kitchen Witch is in the house. Tony and Stitch together again. Yeah. Yeah.
Hashtag ribeye.
Yeah. Let's see. Daniel. Hey, I know this place. Tarp looked good. They're talking to Hammock Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ed, those sausages were good from Matt. They were. Becca's gonna have to go. She has to do her weekly trip to the hospital, so she's saying good night.
Oh, okay.
So happy camping.
Yes.
Thanks, Becca. Let's see. Yeah, and Daniel writes, I'm here and my majestic hammock was majestic.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Up, 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 up. Everybody's just saying
Good deal.
hi to Daniel and giving him thumbs up over his park and all those other stuff. So that's it. Nobody's interested in you anymore. Now it's become the
That's fine.
become the Mountain Man show now. We'll just sit. We're just gonna kick back, read what chat says. Mountain Man and say, yeah. Well,
Oh, look. Yeah. Oh, very cool. So I wasn't planning on staying on too long tonight, so probably give it another 10 minutes and then we'll probably close this out.
yeah, hour 15. Yeah, makes sense. That's about right.
Yeah, but I do want to say thank you for everybody that has supported the channel, whether it be by views or doing buy me a coffees. And hi, Mary and Johnny. And so it's really made it the ability for me to actually do this stuff. So all the 2.0 crew members and just all the support you guys give me throughout the time, buying memberships so other people can see the behind the scenes on some things. They're like, where am I? What am I doing before I am where I'm at and what I'm doing?
That's right. What the hell am I doing?
Do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
So like, guys, I'm checking this spot out. You might see this in a future video. So that's the kind of stuff I do for that. Those, yeah, no, it's been a really good journey. Oh, it's not on my phone. But today, we hit 44,444. And I turned on my phone and I was like, oh, darn, because I was watching it and it was coming up there and I was like, oh, it's going to be all fours. And so I turned it on and it was a 5 on it. It jumped up to 45. I was like, oh, so I said, well, oh, well. And then like an hour later, I opened it again and just did a refresh and it was back down. So it was all fours. So I snapped a little picture of it. And yeah, it's probably was the last time I don't think, yeah, it's just so cool. Just all fours across there.
Mary Torres is in the house.
Hi, hey, Mary. Yeah.
Alpine's asking, where are you going to do your next sticker cash drop?
That was a lot of fun. I don't know. So it's going to be dependent on where it's like whenever I feel like it's a good enough place where I want people to go into to find it. You know, Bucky's was the one. The first time we ever did it was up at Bass Pro Shops. So I did do it up there as well. So whatever place that I do it, I am going to include Todd, a sticker from Todd in there too, a Camping with Champion sticker. He said, if you're doing another sticker drop, put mine in there too. So I will be doing that. I did include the picture in the Buc-ee's one, and it was so awesome. Like the next morning, I forget his name. Him and his wife have gone over and taken a picture of it in front of that mural at Buc-ee's. They are a lot of fun. I think I gave almost 100 and some stickers. Well, 2 sleeves. So I think I gave almost 450 stickers away. Either just giving them away, not just at the event, but just giving them away to people that I meet on the road and talk to. Oh, so I'm at a racetrack getting coffee, and I'm walking out the door, and I hear, "Tony, is that you?" from behind me. And I turned around, I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh my goodness, it's you." And I said, he said he wasn't planning on stopping there. He wasn't from the hammock event. And he said, "I've been watching your stuff." And he followed me outside, and I said, "I want you to meet my wife," because he said, "But I'm getting gas." But he told me about a place up in Tennessee, and that it was just so cool to meet him. But him and his wife, they pulled around, and we sat there for about an hour and a half. So he told me about a little place up in Tennessee, and I'm wanting to try to hit that on the way. So maybe I'll do a sticker drop up there, because that is the place that I could actually leave one. So, like I said, I don't want to leave stickers. Like say it's a high risk stuff. I don't want people to be parking there and then walking in and looking around for stickers if it looks like you would be like, what are those people doing over there? So I don't want to make it risky, but I want to make it hidden. And maybe a place. I was going to do the ice chest at Buc-ee's, but they keep that place spotless around it. So under those branches was the best place. Yeah. And I do want to think about maybe going back up through there, because I heard there was only like 1 or 2 left. Stickers. So, yeah.
Think ahead. What's your favorite steak, Tony?
Oh,
Figured I'd ask an easy one.
ribeye. Yeah. We had some good ribeyes on.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
From Hart's.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I and Daniel, we all got ribeyes when we went over to Hart's and got the grill.
We didn't have any more frog legs this year.
No, then I didn't get a chance to do the frog legs like it.
They would have been hard to hold.
Yeah, it might have been. But yeah, you need a bigger scuttle to do them as well. But
Look at you, Scott.
yeah, I got changing my ways.
Yeah.
Are you heading? Joe's asking if you're heading through Pittsburgh on your way home.
Near Pittsburgh. I'm going to Ohio because I'm going to stop. I told my grandson and my son that I would be coming back by there, but I have no clue when. No clue when.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 139th. Not quite sure. We met him. I recognize his avatar. He says, "Hey, good talking to you again this year at HangCon." So yeah, it was great. Great to chat with you.
Yeah. There were a lot of people where it was their first time there too. This year. A couple of people I've talked to said, "Man, it's my first year. It's great."
Yeah.
It is.
SpongeBob, hey Tony, don't hide behind containers, buddy, and set up camp. You might get a surprise again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, that video has over 108,000 views. Getting busted every once in a while doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
As long as I don't need bail money.
Ace of Heart, if you're doing the sticker thing, if you did this in Mina, Tony, I would only take Todd's stickers since I have yours.
Oh,
So
that's sweet.
yeah. Ridley the Golden Hytonius, James from Kentucky. I was the one that got your pick from Buc-ee's.
Oh, awesome. Yes. You were the first ever. So that's the first ever time I ever left a picture. So you got a first one.
You didn't give Sarah a sticker?
You
didn't give Sarah a sticker?
I didn't?
No.
Oh.
She's
sorry, Sarah.
I think she's unsubscribing is what.
Oh. No, don't do that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh.
And SpongeBob's asking how you like your new ride. Is it comfy?
Yeah, it is. And it's set up exactly the same because I just transferred from the green one to the white one. And that's what I was saying before. Didn't want white. I like white, but I didn't know how it would be. It's actually, I believe, more stealthy than the green when I think about it.
Yeah, because there's so many white vehicles. They all look the same.
Well, that and also it's at night, it's like gray. It's like it has shadows cast on. Like you can see shadows in the white. Like say if there was a branch or something like that. Off the green, I never saw that. But the white actually has different tones of grays based on the environment. So I actually think it's more stuff. And it's a white, matches my beard. Now I have to wear white shirts, white pants, get in my white car.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
Any other questions for Tony before we're gonna knock off here in a few minutes? You got something?
few minutes.
Stitch might need a 3D printed spider mascot for all the spiders that follow him while he's camping. I like spiders. Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
That was a huge spider.
That was a banana spider. I think Ed was the one that
Yeah,
corrected you. I think you called it a wolf. No, I don't know.
someone
remember.
called it a wolf spider.
It wasn't a wolf spider. The wolf spider was the one that we found with the Alpine Warrior that I found in my
Bang.
Dyneema bag. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a big boy.
Very big.
Yeah, but I don't mind him. I like him. I like spiders. Did you get new equipment for sleeping outside? I don't think he had. I mean, no. Yeah. Anthony, I can't pronounce your last name. Hello from downstairs, he says. Oh, he's here at the hotel.
Oh, really? Hey, Anthony. Oh, that's the front desk.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Anthony. Welcome to the 2.0
Yeah.
family.
I'm like, I saw him like earlier, he mentioned some. Oh, yeah, sorry, I missed that. I was gonna pick up on a stuff for fun. Yeah, okay, awesome. Yeah, he's downstairs. I saw somebody who goes like, how the heck do you know we're at the Hyatt?
Right. Now everybody knows.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's all right. There's a lot of Hyatts around here, so
Oh, yeah.
give it your best. Plus, you got to get through. You got to get by Anthony.
Right.
Yeah.
And the security guards we got out front. No.
If you care to share, this is from Nebram 2025. If you care to share, what do you consider the most dangerous stealth camp, and was there a time you felt in danger?
Really never ever felt in danger. Now, I do have to say that last Thursday's video, when the guy came up and he moved the cones, and walked up there. Fortunately, I was eating that beef jerky and saw, it's like, oh my gosh, there's a truck there. I was nervous, but I don't think I was scared. I don't think I've ever gotten scared here, like where I was like, I don't know. It's interesting. I think I asked me a lot of questions. The more I thought about it, I should have said that I'm taking a break. I'm the one inside remodeling. There was nobody inside remodeling, but there was enough light inside illuminating out that it kind of looked like it could have been somebody in there. I didn't think fast enough. I was just like, I'll eat my jerky. Sitting there on the porch. I was walking to my friends and I got tired and I thought I'd sit down and eat some gin. And he kept asking, well, is it going to reopen? And I was like, nope, I'm just eating my jerky, but you can call the number right there. And I did. Yeah, no, so that was fun. But I really wasn't scared. Yeah, because even in there, I said, I'm sure he was a nice guy. Yeah.
Alpine asked if you're going to get a number 2 sticker from Subaru.
Oh, I was thinking that the other day. I forget how I did that, but yeah, I'll have to do that. Yeah, 'cause the Subaru has stickers. Well, they're like raised things. I had it on the other Subaru. I had hiking, camping, and photography. But it's a 2 and it says Subaru. So I had 1 for them. It's like, how many Subarus do you own and what do you like? And they've got little events that you can do.
I think I had asked, did you make any purchases at the con we didn't see in the video?
No.
Okay. Joe Loop asked Tony, do you think you surprised that guy who showed up at the seafood place?
Yeah, I think I really surprised him. Yeah. I don't know. He was trying to move the cones and he just decided not to move the cones. He just walked up to the show truck off, walked up to the door.
Well, sounds like Mike and Sherry are home. We got to go. Time to unload the car. So glad you guys got home safe.
Yes.
And again, it was great hanging out with you.
Very great hanging out.
Yeah. I think ahead says rest well tonight, gentlemen. Travel safe afterwards. Thank you for the blessings.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Ibram says you have a wonderful personality. Love your videos. Well, they're not my videos; they're his videos.
Yeah, but I'm so glad this year I was able to really get a little bit more, capture a little bit more of Stitch in the videos. This guy's hilarious when the camera's not running.
That's true. Maybe when I'm not running.
Yeah, as soon as I go bloop, you're like, this is not my video, it's your video. I don't want to be on YouTube. But I enjoy our interaction, off camera. And I haven't captured. You guys see probably 5%. So I'm gonna keep it low. They see about 5% of how much fun that we have when we get together. Yeah.
True.
Mhm.
Let's see. Ed Chaos says he spent too much. I always do because if you see it, it probably won't see it next year.
That's true.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. Thanks, Neva. Appreciate it. Keep joining in on the joke. SpongeBob's asking if you like hanging out at Buc-ee's.
I like their coffee and I like their brisket and their bathrooms. Their bathrooms, Buc-ee's has really exceptional bathrooms. But when I said in there about the other place that I would really like to try, a lot of people will comment thinking that, because I said it's Wally's, and I wasn't exactly sure of the name, but it is Wally's. It's a walrus, I guess. It's very similar to Buc-ee's, but the beaver, but it is a large gas station like that. A couple of people said Wawa, but maybe thought I was thinking of that, but no, there's Wawas around. I've been to those and I love their coffee too. So there's not too many places I don't love their coffee.
No, you drink some horrendous coffee. It passes your sniff test. Well, we've been at it for over an hour and a half. Do you got anything else you want to add there?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
I really appreciate you guys and appreciate all the viewing of the videos, the new ones that are coming out. And like I said, we got one coming out this coming Thursday. That's a McDonald's and a Wendy's drive-through. A little stretch of woods, and I do some really great stuff there. And then the other place is going to be an Outback Steakhouse. So I do a stuff camp there. The intro, you'll hear about that. But so those are the two that I have for our Thursdays. I know I put out one. Well, this one here, I got a comment. Someone said in the comments this morning, I'm reading the comment. I don't like when you do camps like this with, I like when you're alone and stealth camping. And I said, but I like people. I like being with people and doing these kind of camps. And I said, it's not even on a Thursday. You got a camping video on Thursday. I filmed too. But I enjoy being out with people and things like that. And especially, filming events like this. And I know there are people that subscribe to me because I go to the events. So it's a big genre, big field. Some people like it just when I do car camping. So, but we're all one big happy family, and you all are all part of the 2.0 crew. So if I put out one for this and you don't want to see it, I'll have generally one come out within a week or two. because I try to rotate them. So do them as they come.
Yeah. No, his groupie camps with me I tend not to do as well.
With anyone, anytime I do a collab,
That's all right. A
well,
lot of people still enjoy it.
not collab, events, when I do events.
Yeah.
Or
All
just
right.
jam.
Cool.
Yeah. Right.
Wrap her up.
I'm wrapping her up.
All right.
All right. Well, God bless y'all all, and thanks a lot for coming along. And this is an annual thing here that we get to be together. Oh, Todd has called me, Todd Champion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's my phone is part of it. So, well, I'm gonna say goodnight, and Stitch, I want to thank you for being a part of the live and also coming out here and doing this third annual hang with me and everybody else. And everybody else loves their chances to meet Stitch and stuff. He's a lot of fun. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna close it out. But good night, everyone. Good night, Mary and Johnny and
Yep.
Mr.
Johnny
Ed.
just showed up to say hi too.
Good.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Shy Guy popped in just towards the end.
Good deal, Shy Guy. Good to see
Yeah.
you.
And Mary Torres said good night.
Good night. Good night.
Diesel, Shy Guy, Hammock Mountain, Johnny, KN, Homeless, Matt, me. Joe the Ham Radio Guy who got a gifted membership.
Awesome.
So
All
cool.
right, everyone. Well, this is the end of the live, and we will see you next time when I go live, because we were doing them once a month now. So this would be the January one, and maybe we'll catch another one here real soon, because I didn't really do too much. But when I get home, it's easier for me when I'm at the computer and kind of see things too. All right. Well, love you guys. And Tony and Stitch and 2.0, and I got to get up and push it off. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you. Bye. I think it's right there. Squirrel. There we go.